So we have two brackets, which is x minus 7, and then the other one is x plus 4, and then x minus 7 is 0, x plus 4 is equals to 0. So that means x is equals to 7, or x is equals to negative 4. And then we move on to the next question, 1.1.2, where we're given an equation where we cannot factorize. So we need to write the equation as is, which is 2x squared minus 11x minus 4 is equals to 0. Standard form, that's ax squared plus bx plus c. And then from there we know that our a is 2, our b is negative 11, and our c is negative 4. And then we have a is equals to 2, b is equals to negative 11, c is equals to negative 4. Then we use the quadratic equation, which is negative b plus minus the root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So we substitute, so that's negative bracket negative 11 plus minus root negative 11 squared and minus 4a2 bracket 2 and bracket negative 4 all over 2 bracket 2, because our a is 2. So that would mean that we have positive 11 plus or minus, and we have a root. Okay, so let us check in. We have 4, okay, that's negative 4 times 2 times negative 4, giving us negative 32. And then that's negative 11 squared, that's 121. So 121 plus 32, and that's all over 2 times 2 is 4. So that means we have 11 plus minus, that's 1, so that's going to be 121 plus 32, that's 153 all over 4. So that will mean that we have x is equals to so that's gonna be the root 153 plus 11, so that's 5.84, or x is going to be that's going to be negative root 153 plus 11 divided by 4. That would be negative 0.34 to 2 decimal points. That's our answer. So quadratic is when we can factorize completely. And 1.1.3, what we have to do, we have to rewrite the original equation. Root 10 minus x squared is equals to x minus 2. So we square both sides, so it's 10 minus x squared, the root of it squared is equals to x minus 2 squared, and then the root cancels out, so we have 10 minus x squared is equals to, we have 2 of them, that's x minus 2, squared means we have 2 of them, so it's x minus 2 again. So that's 10 minus x squared is equals to x times x, that's x squared, x times negative 2, that's negative 2 squared, negative 2 times x, that's negative 2x, negative 2 times negative 2, that's positive 4. And then from there we are regrouping, right? We're going to be x squared, so we take x to that side. That will, when you move to the equation sign to the other side, the sign changes, it's positive x squared. So that's going to be negative 4x, and then that's going to be 4 negative 10. And then we've moved everything, so nothing is left, that's 0. And then from there we group term, that's 2x squared minus 4x. Positive 4 plus negative 10 is negative 6, all equals to 0. And now what we do, we divide by 2 both sides. So that means we have that divided by 2, divided by 2, and divided by 2. So that will give us 2 divided by 2 is 1, that's x squared, and the negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2x, negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. And then we factorize. We can see that we have x there and x, we make x squared, and we have negative 3 plus 1, so that's the factor of negative 3. And then that means x minus 3 is equals to 0, or x plus 1 is equals to 0. So that means that we have x is equals to 3 or x is equals to negative 1. So that's our answer. And then from there we move to 1.1.4 where we're dealing with equality. So we have all the steps there. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. That's our final answer. And then we move on. There we have x squared minus 3x negative 4 greater or equals to 0. So we take 4 to the other side, and then we factorize all that greater or equal to 0. So that's going to be negative 4 and plus 1. That is the factor of negative 4. So we can see that x is negative 1 and x is equals to 4. So we have x plus 1, x minus 4, and then the product x plus 1 multiplied by x minus 4. And then we have there which is negative 1, and then we also have there which is 4. And from there, looking at that point, that's negative 0 to the left. Everything to the right of negative 1 is positive, and then coming to 4, everything to the left of 4 is negative, to the right is positive. Negative times negative positive, positive times negative is negative, positive times positive is positive. And then from there we know that we get a positive sign less or equal to negative 1 and positive sign greater or equal to 4. So that's our answer. So we have x less or equal to negative 1, and then x which is greater or equal to 4 for positive. That's where we get our positive sign. Greater than 0 means it's positive. So move to the next one, which is simultaneous. In simultaneous, we're given that 3x plus y is equals to 5, and now we also have x squared plus y squared minus 4x plus 2y is equals to 5, and then from there we have y is equals to 5 minus, okay, so we move 3x to that side, it's going to be negative, and then we substitute y, we substitute it in other equation. So there are two equations. You find y in one equation, then you substitute it in the other, not on the same one, because it's going to give you 0. So in that y there we have y in two places, then that's x squared plus we have y squared, so that's going to y is 5 minus 3x and all that squared, and then we have negative 4x there, and plus 2 we have y there, so it's 5, y is 5 minus 3x, and all of that which is equals to 5. And from there what we do, we expand this. That will give us 25, and that will give us 5 times negative 3 is negative 15, so that's 5 times negative 3 times negative 3 is negative 15, then times 2, that's 30, so it's negative 30x, and then plus 3x squared, that's 9x squared. 3x, and we scale that's a 9x squared minus 4x, and then we multiply both of the brackets by 2, that's 10 minus 3, 6, minus 5, take 5 to the left, that's 0. So adding like terms, 1x squared plus 9x squared is 10x squared, and then we have negative 30x plus negative x and negative 4, that gives negative 40x, so that will give us 30 on the constant. But it's 25 plus, it's supposed to be positive 30. So okay, let's divide throughout by 10. So that will give us, dividing throughout by 10 will give us x squared minus 4x minus 30. But remember that our 30 there is positive. Our 30 should be positive. That's xx minus 3. Yeah, checking everything there. Yeah, that's positive. So that's 25 plus 10 minus 5. That's positive 30. So it's x minus 3, x minus 1. So which means x is going to be 3 or x is going to be 1. So we already have the values of x. And then we have the other equation there which is y is equals to 5 minus 3x for us to find the y. So we use that one. Y is equals to 5 minus 3 bracket. Our x is 3 this time. So x is going to be 5 minus 3 times 3 is 9. 5 minus 9 is negative 4. So our y is negative 4. And we also have from that equation 5 minus 3, x this time is 1, then y is equals to 5 minus 3, then that y is 2, and that's our answer. So we have all the answers. We have x is equals to 3 or 1, y is equals to negative 4 or 2. So that's our answer. And we move on to the next question, which is our last question in question 1. We are required to simplify or calculate the value of, so we have 8 to the power 10 plus 4 to the power 10, and then we have 8 to the power 4 plus 4 to the power 11, and all of that will mean that we have 2 to the power 3 bracket 10 plus 2 to the power 2, which is bracket 10, and all of 2 to the power 3 bracket 4 plus 2 to the power 2 bracket 11. So remember that to the exponents we multiply, so it's 2 to the power 30 plus 2 to the power 20 all over 2 to the power 12 plus 2 to the power 22. So on one side we check there that this is our smallest, 8 power 2 and power 20, base is the same. So we 20, we factor the smallest, which is 2 to the power 20 into 2 to the power, that will give 2 to the power 10 plus 1. And then the smallest is 2 to the power 12, we factor it out, that's going to be 2 to the power 12 into 1 plus 2 to the power 10. So those are the same, they cancel out. Now we have 2 to the power 20 over 2 to the power 12, the root of them, and then we have the root 2 to the power 20 minus 12 is 8. So it's the root of 2 to the power 8, so that's going to be 2 to the power 8 over 2. And then that means 2 to the power 4. So 2 to the power 4 is 16. And that's our answer. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to follow or subscribe.